Hey, hello, and welcome to my living room jam. Hope you're doing well. Doing great here. Heading into the new year very soon. Very exciting. We'll be ringing in 2024 in a matter of days at the time of this recording. Can't wait to celebrate. I think that I'm going to do at least some country songs for New Year's this year. Some good old country drinking songs. So I think that'll be fun. And then maybe a few traditional New Year's songs as well, but more to come about that later. That's not what we're here to talk about today. Today I'd like to talk about Brand New Day by Sting. Always like this song a lot. It translates pretty well to acoustic guitar. I will say that there are there in the middle section of the song, it gets kind of weird and kind of vamps on E for a while, and I haven't I feel like I got a passable version of that when you listen to it, but it's very hard to distinguish in the recording. I think that's because of the chords versus the bass line, but that's okay. Other than that, I don't think that what I have here is incorrect per se, at least musically. It makes sense when you play it. But it's the one challenging part of the song is the middle section. They call it verse 2 in the chord chart that I have posted below, but it's almost more like a bridge, really. But let's have a look at the chords while we're talking about this here. All right, so I'll actually scroll back up before we talk about the verse 2 section. So the basic song, pretty straightforward. It's just, So I think I'm going to play that a little bit fast, but it's B, E minor, A, B. And it loops in that, and then the verse, each phrasing has very little space between it. So it's, how many people out there have been hurt in some kind of love affair, and how many times you swear you'd never love again. So just to note that it really is back to back, barely without taking a breath between each phrasing. So there's that, but that still doesn't make it too terribly difficult. Where it gets to be a little bit of a challenge is going into this verse 2 section here. And I wouldn't say this is anything terrible, but it's awkward because it kind of vamps on that E for a while. But the way I've been playing it, which is pretty true to the recording, so it would be, can happen to you just like it happened to me. There's no immunity and there's no guarantee. They say love is such a force if you find yourself in it. You need to take some time for reflection to say, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. So it's kind of a weird like bridge thing where it vamps on the E for a while, E minor rather, for a while, and then goes back into the song. But then after that part of the song, it's all very straightforward all the way through, except for it starts throwing a G in there at the end of the pattern instead of repeating the B the second time through. So that changes just slightly, just the. Something like that. So anyways, these things are not super difficult, but it is one of the more difficult songs. It's at least slightly more difficult than some of the others, but it's a lot of fun to play. Again, my interpretation of the song, so we'll go ahead and rock that out. I'll show you how I do it, and I would challenge you to pull all the chord charts down, get your guitar out, rock out to it, come up with your own interpretation of the song. That would be awesome. Anyways, let's go check it out. How many people out there been hurt in some kind of love affair? And how many times you swear you'd never love again? How many lonely sleepless nights? How many lies? How many fights? But why would you want to put yourself through all that again? Love is a pain, I hear you say. Love is a cruel and bitter way. They're paying you back for all the faith you've had in your brain. Why could it be that what you need the most can leave you feeling just like a ghost? You never want to feel so sad and lost again. One day you could be looking through an old book in rainy weather, see a picture of a smile and when you're still together. Could be walking down the street and who by chance should you meet but that same old smile you've been thinking of all day. Why don't we turn the clock to zero, honey? We'll sell the stock, we'll spend the money, we're starting up a brand new day. Turn Love is such a force if you find yourself in it. You need some time for reflection. Say, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. When we turn the clock to zero, honey, we'll sell the stock, we'll spend all the money, starting up a brand new day. Turn the clock to zero back, I wonder if she'll take me back, thinking in a new way. Turn the clock to zero, boss, the river's wide, we'll swim across, starting up a brand new day. Turn the clock to zero back, I don't want to be no fuddy-duddy, we're starting up a brand new day. I'm the rhythm in your tune, I'm the sun and you're the moon, I'm the bat and you're the cave, you're the beach and I'm the wave, I'm the plow and you're the land, you're the glove and I'm the hand, I'm the train and you're the station, I'm the flagpole in your nation. Stand up and be counted, every boy and girl. Stand up, all you lovers in the world. We're starting up a brand new day. The crop of my rotation, you're the sum of my equation. You're the answer to your question. If you follow my suggestion, we could turn the ship around and go up instead of down. You're the pain and I'm the handle. You're the flame and I'm the candle. All right, that's a Brand New Day by Sting. Definitely a fun song to play, has a nice message to it. So that song is a collaboration between Stevie Wonder and Sting, and it was released in 1999. Sting is a songwriter and singer, and he initially had reservations about reaching out to Wonder because he considered him an idol. However, Wonder enthusiastically agreed to contribute a decisive chromatic harmonica part to the song, adding a soulful touch and authenticating it for Sting. So it is definitely a key part of the song. Sounds very cool. Brand New Day is described as an upbeat, hymn-like song with soulful vocals by Sting. My vocals may not have been soulful, I must say, but I tried. It was released in September 1999, just before the turn of the century, and its lyrics addressed existential fears surrounding Y2K. Sting emphasized that the song signifies a new beginning, a fresh start, and a metaphorical turning of the clocks to zero to wipe the slate clean. The song's success extended beyond being a chart topper, as it served as the title track for Sting's sixth album, Brand New Day, released on September 28, 1999. In case you're wondering, it is released in 1999. I guess I didn't need to say that 3 times. I should read my notes more closely before I record it. The album achieved critical and commercial success, selling over 3.5 million copies in the U.S. and earning Sting 2 Grammy Awards in 2000 for Best Pop Vocal Album and Best Male Pop Vocal Performance. Brand New Day has become synonymous with optimism, new beginnings, and the new millennium. Sting performed the song as the clock struck midnight on New Year's Eve in 1999, and he continued the tradition by premiering a new version in Times Square at the dawn of 2019. The enduring appeal of the song is attributed to its beautifully crafted composition and the feelings of hope and positivity it conveys. Sting, reflecting on the song, expressed his optimistic approach and acknowledged that the track makes him happy, emphasizing its enduring appeal and uplifting nature. Gordon Matthew Thomas Sumner, known professionally as Sting, is an accomplished English musician, song, and actor. He rose to fame as the frontman, songwriter, and bassist for the new wave band The Police from 1977 to 1986. Always one of my favorite bands, without a doubt. The sound that they get from 3 people in that band is amazing, for one thing. Following the band's breakup, Sting launched a successful solo career in 1985, incorporating diverse musical elements such as rock, jazz, reggae, classical, new age, and world beat into his work. So, Sting's remarkable career is marked by numerous accolades, including 17 Grammy Awards, 3 Brit Awards, a Golden Globe, an Emmy, and 4 Academy Award nominations. He achieved a BMI Award for Every Breath You Take, recognized as one of the most played songs in radio history in 2019. Sting received the Ivor Novello Award for Lifetime Achievement in 2022 and was inducted in the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and entered the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member with the Police in 2003. His influence extends to various collaborations, including songs with Dire Straits, Craig David, Bryan Adams, Rod Stewart, Alison Krauss, and the introduction of North African music genre Rai to Western audiences through Desert Rose with Cheb Mamie. In 2018, Sting's collaboration with Jamaican musician Shaggy, titled 44/876, won the Grammy Award for the Best Reggae Album in 2019. Sting was born on October 2nd, 1951, Wallsend, Northumberland, England. Sting grew up near shipyards that inspired his 2014 musical, The Last Ship. He was the eldest of 4 children and developed an early interest in music, influenced by experiences near the shipbuilding industry. Sting's childhood was marked by working with his father, who was a milkman and engineer. Okay, that's an interesting combination. And he attended St. Cuthbert's Grammar School in Newcastle upon Tyne. After briefly attending the University of Warwick and working various jobs, including as a bus conductor and a tax officer, Sting pursued a teaching career. He qualified as a teacher at the Northern Counties College of Education, now Northumbria University, and taught at St. Paul's First School in Cramington for 2 years. So yes, indeed, Sting was a English teacher. How about that? Probably helped a lot with the lyrics. Throughout his early life, he maintained a passion for music, performing jazz with various groups. The origin of the stage name Sting came from his habit of wearing a black and yellow jumper with hoop stripes, prompting the bandleader Gordon Solomon to liken him to a bee or a wasp. Despite being called Gordon in a documentary, Sting has never legally changed his name and remains widely known by his iconic stage name. So that's what I know about Sting and about this song. So anyways, I hope that you have a good afternoon, evening, wherever you may be, and I will talk to you later. Bye.